Okay, this is Alligator in Alignment. I'm going to be featuring Taylor P. Collins today. It's just going to be a very brief thing. I went to her CD listening party in Citrus Heights, and I had, I guess, a senior moment because I was filming it and I just didn't look at it for many days because I was so busy. And when I did look at it the other day, I realized that I obviously didn't hit the record button, and so I lost a bunch of the film except of the crowd, and I'm going to show that. Okay, but anyway, Taylor P. Collins. If what I'm going to ask you to do is, I did a show with her about a year ago in Seaside at the Embassy Suites in California. I would suggest, if you want to know about her, because I didn't get to talk to her there, go to Alligator in Alignment, Taylor P. Collins, and you'll get to actually, when I actually talked to her and she talked about her life and her influences and just a lot of wonderful information from Taylor P. Collins. If you do that, this one would be called Taylor P. Collins #2. Okay? So right now, we're going to get going with this. Here's her CD is out, and this song is called Strong, Confident Woman. Lay it down.
You said you love me, I believe you do. There's just something I'm not getting from you. Don't have time to teach you all you need to know. Jump on in and go with the flow.
Strong, confident woman.
Before you take a step toward me, you better come with more than your anatomy. I need mental stimulation, well-rounded conversation, someone who can really pique my imagination, 'cause I'm a strong, confident woman.
She is strong.
Feeling really good about myself. I'm a strong, confident woman. And I don't need validation. Sex doesn't make you sexy, baby. I'm much more complex. Ain't got time for games or watching your muscles flex. When you come to me, you gotta be for real. It gets me going, baby. That's real sex appeal.
As you can see here, what a groove. This is called Smooth Blues. That's how Taylor describes her sound. It's blues, but it's smooth blues. Now, like I said, I would suggest that this is a strange request, but I suggest that you go to the first show that I did with her, Alligator in Alignment, Taylor P. Collins. This would be called Taylor P. Collins #2. I didn't get to talk to her for this one. I was at her show, and I was going to film the thing, but I had a senior moment, I guess, because when I was so busy, I didn't look at it until a couple of days ago, and when I did, I was shocked that I guess I didn't hit the record button when the final time came. But anyway, she will be performing at the 26th of this month. Any of you in the Monterey area or anyone who wants to go, at Blues in the Park in Seaside, California, right next to Monterey. The 26th of this month, I guess around 12 or something like that, they would start, probably between 12 or 2. But I went to her CD listening party, and that was what I was going to film there. And if people, I'm just going to have to tell you about it. Her fans came down for her CD listening party, and I was overwhelmed with what was in that room. It was held at the Sweet Music Cafe in Citrus Heights. a wonderful place, which I would do a feature on at another show. Um, and Taylor described what she felt just as I was getting about ready to say the same thing. She says, "You know what I feel in here, Alligator?" I said, "Yeah." She says, "A whole lot of love." And it was. Her fans absolutely love her. They the way she carries herself, you can't help but. There's something wrong with you if you don't like Taylor. Um, but they came down to the CD listening party. It was a wonderful crowd. I will show pictures of the crowd. I did that when I was testing the thing. And they then at the middle of it, they came. Some of them came up and said little things about her, talking about how they met her, and just praising her as a human being, as a person, praising her art, and just her whole thing. Taylor carries herself with, when she says a strong, confident woman, nobody could have done that song and it been truer than her. She is just that. I thought it was just a great title for her song. There's many songs on this CD, but I think that's the title song. And as you can hear, she has a wonderful band behind her. The music is you're gonna want to dance, okay? But the place that they held it at, the Sweet Music Cafe in Citrus Heights, is a place that is sort of a little cafe, and they have music, drums and everything all set up there, piano, and they let musicians in the area come in and rehearse and don't charge them. They just come in and rehearse there for free, and they have different bands there. So if you're in the Citrus Heights area, it's called Sweet Music Cafe. Taylor will be at the Seaside, California. That's right next door to Monterey. Blues in the Park, the 26th of this month. They hold them on Sundays. I did several of them before I went back to the casinos and wasn't playing in Monterey. I would invite anyone in the area or anyone who wants to come and hear this lady live to come down there. Okay? But the CD listening party was absolutely fabulous. The outpouring of love and respect for her was so thick you could have cut out a chunk out of the air and took it home if you had some way to do it. Those of you who know Taylor, you know that everything I'm saying, I'm sure you could elaborate on. She's a real special person. I ran into her at several of the blues festivals I used to play around California, and she was on the same bill. So I got to hear her several times sing, and I was always impressed with her. So I'm going to end this right now because I didn't have the... Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you some footage of the crowd. Okay, we're going to put that in. Okay, as you can see, she had a wonderful crowd, and believe me, all of the people there were just like she described, and like I said I was going to say. It was just a room full of love, a room full of love. You could tell how much they actually cared for her, not only as an artist, but more importantly, as a person and a friend. There were all these hugs were going around, and they were just so delighted to come and support her. So, for those of you who want to really get to know Taylor, like I say, Alligator in Alignment, Taylor Collins. It'll pull right up on YouTube. It's a sit-down interview, which is what I'm used to. This other thing threw me off of my thing. And when people like me get a little confused about sometimes the senior moment happens. I couldn't believe it until I got here a few days ago when I settled down. I've been working all the time. And when I finally said, well, let me go look at this, and then when I went in and I go, oh, no. So go and get Alligator in Alignment, Taylor Collins. and please try to attend her show at the Embassy Suites in Seaside, California on the 26th of this month. I guess this is April of this month. So anyway, this is Alligator in Alignment. I hope to go there early because as I remember, if they still have them when I played there, they have picnic tables in the back of the stage. And maybe I can get her to sit down with me and do a sit-down interview like we did before. And I'll make sure I hit the record button, okay? There were so many people speaking. The head of the Sacramento Blues Society came and paid great tribute to her. I did a show for those guys back about 30 years ago, the Sacramento Blues Society. So anyway, this is Alligator in Alignment. I will be back real soon with a full show, okay? Taylor P. Collins, go and check with her. I'm sure we can give you information how you yourself can get one of these CDs. And the next time I do a show, I will have the information also. Happy trails. Well, here we are once again. I'm asking you to do me a favor. Like I keep saying, it doesn't cost you anything. It only takes a moment, but it means the world to me. So if you could just take a moment to do this for me, I would really appreciate it. Hit the subscription button and the like button and help me to keep things rolling here, okay? I will see you soon.